Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a Happy New Year video, 2022. My plans in terms of sampling, discovering some new brands. I'm probably going to still be limiting the amount of stuff that I try and sample or discover. But I did want to make a video and mention four brands that I would like to try, and I guess the rules of this video are these are four brands that I've knowingly never tried before. I might have smelled something without realizing, but they're four brands that interest me mainly because people that I follow, whose taste I trust, have mentioned them and spoken highly of them at various times. And because I haven't tried anything from these brands, I'm asking you for a little bit of help and advice and opinions. So I'm going to go through the brands that I want to try and mention a couple of the perfumes from those brands that I'm interested in trying. But if any of you guys watching have experience with any of these houses and own any of them or sampled them extensively, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are, and also, you know, give me some advice about what I should be trying. So the first two brands I'm going to talk about are actually available in Australia, and I should be able to sample them relatively easily. The first one I'm going to talk about is a French brand called Liquide Imaginaire. It's my pronunciation, and I'll put the titles up on screen here. There are two from this house. Apart from actually really liking the aesthetic of this brand in terms of the flacon design, I'm kind of drawn to the way these bottles look as well. But there are two I'm keen to try. One is called Desert Suave, and I was looking at the note pyramid. I might just scroll the note pyramid on the screen so you can see what is listed for these perfumes, and it really got my interest. And the other one is a recent release from last year, and this was recommended to me by someone I trust, Bête Humaine Eau de Peau. The note list again is something that very much interests me, but I know that this house has quite a few other perfumes available. So if you have any experience with Liquide Imaginaire, please tell me what else I should sample, and I can probably organize to get a discovery set or extensive samples from each house. The other one that is available that I know I can sample in Australia is, I think Parfumo has them listed as a Canadian brand. This house is an indie house. It's called Jasmine Saturday. I think founded, and the perfumer is Dana El Masri. Now, I don't know much about the perfumer or the house itself. The reason I'm interested in it is, again, a couple of people I follow and I highly respect have posted about a couple of these perfumes, and the two that I'm particularly interested in trying are The Way You Love, and the other one is called Lead 4, Roman numerals. I don't know if that is some kind of reference to a Led Zeppelin album or not, but that's what I immediately thought of, and not that looking at the note list I can see what that connection is. But again, highly spoken about from the people that I know have tried them, and I'm keen to try those two. So if anyone else has tried any others from this brand, I think those two perfumes have been around for a few years now. I think one of them was released in 2014. Jasmine Saturday. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. next house is a British house, I think. And this one, for whatever reason, I've never seen here in Australia. I don't know if there's a retailer or a distributor here, but they've been around, as far as I know, from what I've seen on social media, for a while. And it's the House of Miller Harris. Two in particular, probably two of the more popular, well-known ones that I want to try, because again, people speak very highly of them. The first one is L'air de Rien, and the other one is Fil de Tabac. And again, always please forgive my French pronunciation. These two, I've just gotten to the point where I'm very curious to try them because, you know, for one, they've been around for a long time. The people that talk about these, particularly when I see them posted about on Instagram, speak very highly about them. It almost feels like Miller Harris has a little bit of a under the radar kind of following about that brand. So I'm just very curious to try some stuff from that house, and I'm sure that I've got people who watch me here who've tried perfumes from that brand. So please bring on the recommendations. The final house that I want to try, I had actually never heard of this designer, French designer, until the last couple of years when they released a line of perfumes. And again, it took me a little while to get any interest in trying them. But the House of Celine appear to have released, from what I read, some pretty good quality perfumes recently. And there is a couple that I'm drawn to. And I must admit, I'm kind of drawn partly by what they're called, as well as what's in their listed note pyramids. One of them is called Night Clubbing, and I have a friend who I follow on Instagram who's bought this recently, has posted about it, and raves about it, like highly recommends it. And then looking through the list of their other perfumes that they have, they've got quite a few now. The one that caught my eye was called Reptile, and so obviously the name drew me in. I had a look at the notes, and the notes looked pretty good as well. Just one thing of interest, when I was looking at quite a few of their perfumes from this particular line, they like to use orris butter as an ingredient, or at least it's listed as a note in several of their perfumes. At the moment, I'm not loving, or I'm not really into perfumes that feature orris butter / iris too much. But I just thought it was interesting when I was looking at that line of perfumes. So Celine from France, Miller Harris from the UK, Jasmine Saturday from Canada, and Liquide Imaginaire from France as well. All interesting brands to me for one reason or another, and then I'm curious to try. You know, I'm to the point where I don't put very high expectations on new things I try for whatever reason. But if I'm going to focus in on my sampling and discovery this year, I want to at least try something from those houses. Please, if you've tried any of those brands, comment and recommend what other perfumes that I should try from there. And just as a bit of fun, let me know what favorite recent discoveries you've had, you know, a house that you haven't tried before that you're really enjoying at the moment. I'd like to hear about it, and it'll give me some inspiration and ideas. That's it for this video. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.